It started that I had this idea of having an internship program here at TRC, but I didn't have any idea on how to do it. And so what happened was we went to an event here in town where we sponsored an event, and here this young man comes over to our president and asks him for a summer job.
I'm Matthew Smith. I'm in 9th grade at Hollicong Middle School, and I play tennis. I'm Boy Scout, interested in roller coasters. I collect and wire up fire alarms as a hobby. I wanted to expand my knowledge on electronics and electricity-based topics, so I decided it'd be a good opportunity to just come and learn some new stuff here at TRC.
So we didn't really have any program defined at the time, but we had an opportunity. So we're very transparent in working with them, saying that we didn't have a program, but we were going to write the program together. We went through basic training of electronics and training in what our company does. And from the training that we gave them, we also got feedback. And from the feedback we received, then we were able to then structure training programs that would be intended for an intern or a high school student that would eventually come in and want to work as a summer program. And we called this the Junior Engineering Program.
My favorite part was probably working on the hands-on activities, looking at different parts of a power supply and learning how they work, different makes and models. Like I said, expanding my knowledge and just overall learning new stuff about topics that I'm interested in. I had a couple opportunities, but the big one was putting together training material for technicians on identifying the functions of different components and a switching power supply unit, and putting together a PowerPoint with narrations and assessments to put on the online Power Academy.
The most positive part of this experience was we were able now to build a program that would help a future high school or college student come into our company, be able to learn about electronics and the other aspects of the business.
So I think that this experience has positively benefited Matt in several ways. First and foremost, it's given him the opportunity to learn about electricity and engineering and electronics. TRC has allowed him the opportunity to get a really rich experience in learning about something that he's just really interested in. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. But I think that he's also been able to see how a business works. Primarily, he was involved with the engineering team, and he was seeing how that team worked, but he also had these little glimpses into the other teams that were working here, whether it was sales or marketing or accounting. And I think he saw how important it was for each of those teams to work well independently, but then also be able to work together well interdependently. And he was given a little perspective about how that's necessary for a business to succeed.
It's interesting because I learned a lot about what they do in their job, and not just electrical engineers, but also everyone here at TRC and how they work together to communicate effectively and get the job done selling more power supplies.
It gave me energy. Being able to help someone and transfer some of the knowledge that we have, being able to take the knowledge that may have taken me years to develop and be able to give it to someone else and do it in a quick time frame was just very inspiring. And when you set an intention that the real thing that you want to do is impact someone else and that you want to help someone else, that's when you're going to be the most successful.
I think it also obviously helped to boost his personal responsibility. And then the big one for us that we saw was really a change in his confidence. And you could see that he's started to carry himself a little bit differently. He has confidence in himself and his abilities, and I think that's going to help him to take calculated risk in his life and to follow through on investigating things that he's interested in learning about.
Positively impacted me just through learning new stuff, expanding my knowledge that I can use down the road to help myself further along in my life.
This has just been such an amazing opportunity for Matt, and my husband and I are just so grateful that TRC has afforded him this opportunity.